I think everybody has somehow settled already. So maybe we should begin the presentation. Okay. So good morning, parents, once again. Good morning. We are here to explain to you the school. We take effort to do this to the parents because we believe that our school is, shall we say, is different. What makes our school different from the other school, I am just about to present to you. So this is the first question that we have to answer. Why Whitesands School? Why do you come to Whitesands School? Why did we, in the first place, put up Whitesands School? Okay. I have here a text that I picked up. Very important text. It reads, all, regardless of race or class or economic status, are entitled to a fair chance and to the tools for developing their individual powers of mind and spirit to the utmost. Very nice statement. Something that probably we could just cut and paste and put in our brochure. No? It continues. This promise means that all children, by virtue of their own efforts, competently guided, can hope to attain the mature and informed judgment needed to secure gainful employment and to manage their own lives, thereby serving not only their own interests, but also the progress of society itself. Heavy language loaded with meaning. As I said, it is so tempting to just take this, put this in our brochure, and then say that, well, look, these are our guiding principles. Actually, this text is taken from the very influential paper that was published, a white paper, a document published some 25 or even almost 30 years ago during the time of Reagan in the US. The document is called Nation at Risk. It is a very important document that was used actually to critique the educational system in the US. So, very influential. So, actually in some educational journals, they make reference to this 25 years after the Nation at Risk. Now, I could see some familiar faces here. I could see my Juliet here was my former student. She was a small girl like that in Univen. So she was my student. Now she is a mother and of an intending. Now, I will ask Juliet. Do you have a daughter?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I will ask Juliet. What is your dream as far as your future son-in-law is concerned? The one who will marry your daughter.
To be a fulfilled husband, a fulfilled son-in-law to me. To be who God wants him to be. A blessed person in the society.
Okay, so very good. Fulfilled. A good husband. The highest. Okay. Now, if you notice, this is her dream for the future son-in-law. Now, if I ask another parent here, what is your dream for your own son. The typical thing when they are applying here, they say, I want my son, to attain, to go to the US like your other boys. They go to the US and to UK and to get a good degree and then to. This is a typical dream of a parent. They want their son to achieve success. Success in terms of their professional development, success in terms of, which are actually listed here, to secure a gainful employment, and so on and so forth. But interestingly enough, if you look at the two types of expectations, what is your name now? Mrs. Accra. Because I used to know her as Juliet Jackpa. Now she is Mrs. Accra. Okay. Now, Mrs. Accra here is not even thinking of whether the boy went to the US or to UK. He's not even thinking whether he has an MBA or a master's. All she's interested in is that the future son-in-law will become a good husband, loving. So, this is something that I would like to remind parents. So when we look at the education, the upbringing of our children, we also have to look at what other people are expecting our children to be. As far as we are concerned, many times we can get bogged down by his continuous assessment, his score in English and mathematics, and his whether he got an A or. But the other fellow, the future mother-in-law, looking at your son, is not looking at all of that. It's very important to look at the character formation. And that is the reason why in many, many countries all over the world, there is now a trend of putting up schools that are parents promoted. Okay? So this has been happening for over 65 years all over the world. So, these are some examples, no? This is Colegio El Prado in Madrid. Those of you who know Real Madrid, is almost just at the back of the stadium, this one. This one is Col·legi La Farga. This is in Barcelona, the arch rival of Madrid. No? If you have Madrid, then you have... This is in the other side of Africa, in Kenya. This is in the other side of the world. This is in my village, Southridge. These are some examples of those educational institutions that are parents promoted and that look after the values and the virtues that we have to inculcate to our children. In 1997, the Ikot Educational Foundation was set up. Ikot Educational Foundation is the proprietor of Whitesands School. So we always say that Whitesands is a project of the Ikot Educational Foundation. I am not the owner of Whitesands. I'm an employee here. Okay? It's a not-for-profit foundation dedicated to the promotion of educational and social projects. It is promoted by a group of parents and educationists who wish to contribute to the educational needs of the country. So, first of all, that's the first point, no? Whitesands is owned by a foundation, not for profit. Those of you who have seen Whitesands develop, and I will show you photographs, we have been building the school over the past 15 years. The fact that we're able to build the school shows you that we really are not for profit. Because whatever it means that whatever surplus that we generate is not given out as dividends. There are no dividends. They are just plowed back into the system. So it's really not for profit. Okay. These are the three pillars of our educational philosophy. We believe in integral formation, personalized, and we believe that parents have to be involved. Okay. Next. We define education as a system of actions for stimulating and developing personal aptitude and personal criteria. So what is aptitude? Aptitude refers to the skills, the knowledge that one has. For example, we will teach, okay, so, I don't know, if you were in the US, they will teach you history, who are the presidents of the US since the beginning of the foundation of the country. Okay, fantastic. Teach you mathematics, you know how to solve mathematical problems and apply them in daily lives. But more importantly, aside from just aptitude, we believe that education also include the development of personal criteria. What are the example of this? What example can you give? As the child is growing, he has to learn, for example, to choose his friends. That's part of education. He should be able to know what is good and what is bad. He should be able to have criteria that he will apply in his daily life. He should be able to know how to use his time. Now, this type of things, this type of criteria are not necessarily taught in the classroom. These are things that are actually taught at home. And that is why we believe strongly that parents have a role, and parents actually have the primary role, the primary responsibility in education. The aim is to have this personal aptitude and personal criteria in order to have that transcendent vision and to cultivate human and civic virtues. Transcendent vision in life, to think more than just the present, to think that there is a tomorrow. And if we are Christians, to think that there is life after death. That is very important. A lot of the troubles that we find in our society is precisely because of the lack of this transcendent vision. I will give one example. Traffic jam. You have a traffic jam, everybody is queuing, and then there is a traffic officer there, and then one fellow thinks, I am late for my appointment. I'm late for my appointment. These other people, they are just mere mortals. I am an important man. Let me take the other lane. That is lack of transcendent vision. It's just thinking of the now, the present. Let me solve my problem now to hell with the problems of the other people. And because of that, you have gridlock because of lack of transcendent vision. In a very, very simple case. Now, this can apply to many other things. I used to always praise the fellow who keeps on supplying us our stationaries. He's a fellow that has several millions of contract with us every year. It started with just a sale of one ream of paper. The fellow trusted us. He saw me. We wanted to buy, when we were starting the school, we wanted to buy A4 sheet in Yaba. So he saw me. Okay, he gave me a seat. Even gave me malt to drink, you know. So what is your company. Oh, well, I told him, we're just starting a school. Is that so? I will visit your school. Oh, it's not yet built. I said, no problem. So he's there. Delivered his first delivery, no? Yeah, okay. I told them, well, look, we do not pay cash here. We pay check. No problem. But he was always thinking of the future. And precisely because of that, he enjoys the fruit of that. So that is transcendent vision. Very important. Next. We believe in all-round formation. This is the first pillar of our educational philosophy. All-round means we will cover all of this. Intellectual, technical, cultural, physical, social, and spiritual aspects of the boy's life. So not only, some schools will advertise, we do IGCSE, and we do, that's an exam, no? But we do all of this. We make sure that the boys here face all of these aspects of his formation. And that is why, are we interested in science? We're interested in science. Are we interested in sports? You should have come here yesterday. You see the whole school in chaos. Everybody is doing hits. All the boys here have to participate in the inter-house sports. Everybody has to participate in the long jump. Everybody has to participate in the high jump and in the... So it's like that, no? So we have equal emphasis on arts and science. We promote the sense of responsibility. And we emphasize freedom. Something that you will notice when you come here, you will see that the boys are free. But then, at the other side of freedom is responsibility. Okay. We insist on work well done and on teamwork. Okay. Next. Now, something to mention is that Ikot Educational Foundation has asked Opus Dei to take care of the spiritual direction of all the stakeholders in our educational activity. The Opus Dei is a personal prelature in the Catholic Church, whose aim is the search for holiness in ordinary life. So I am a member of Opus Dei. There are some other staff here who are members of Opus Dei. Not everyone is a member of Opus Dei, but I am, no? As the there is a priest, a reverend father, who is also who comes here as the spiritual director, who is also a member of Opus Dei. Now, does that mean that we are only interested in Catholics? No. The Catholics here constitute only maybe 28-30% of all the students. So, but we're interested in everyone receiving the formation if he wants. Okay? But then, all of our activities here, all of our classes are soaked with the spirit of Opus Dei. So even, for example, the way we organize the school, the way we clean the school, those are all aspects of the spirit of Opus Dei. Okay, next. The second strong pillar of our educational work is personalized attention. By this we mean that each student is treated as more than being an individual, but as a person. A person. And that is why we insist on freedom, because part of the characteristic of a person is that he is free. By saying a person, we're talking of a created being with body and soul, with intellect and free will. And precisely because he's a person, then we can start talking of human dignity. And with that, you can talk of human rights. So, a person. And therefore, since he is a person, then he has human dignity. And because of that, many other things follow. For example, we do not do corporal punishment. You will not see here teacher with a cane, you know. We do not do that. And then you will ask, but then are your boys disciplined? Well, we discipline them some other ways. I have some parents here, Mr. Abari there. Now, Mr. Abari will tell you that we have other ways of disciplining the boys. But we do not beat them because that is violence. That is against human dignity. But we will reason with them. We will, So, and the personalized attention also involves a strong advisory system that we have here. And many other schools do not have that. An advisory system is such that you have an advisor, a staff or a senior person assigned by the school to follow up the student in aspects of academic performance, character development. He is the link between the parents and the school. He meets the students once every 2 weeks. So, aside from just having an English teacher, there is an advisor that is like a mentor, like a coach that will be following him up in terms of his, behavioral, attitudinal, development. So, he's by this, okay. You have the advisor in touch with the student. The advisor is also in touch with the parents. The advisor is in touch with the other teachers, and therefore he is in the best position to help the student. Next. Especially in the use of freedom, to reflect each situation, to make decisions, and then to be responsible. Now, the third pillar, so we have talked about integral formation. I have talked about personalized attention. The third pillar of our educational philosophy is parents' involvement. We believe that education is primarily the right and duty of the parents. The school does not replace the parents. We don't say that the school is a home away from home. No. The school is a school. Your home is home. So they come here and then you go home. We believe that you should see your children every day. What is the advantage of that? The advantage is that if you see him every day, he's just 10 meters away, you already know, this boy has an issue. So let me ask him, what is the issue? Because you know him. We always tell parents, look, if a principal tells you, in this school, we love your boys very much, more than the parents, nalay. It's not possible. Nobody can love your child more than you. We tell our teachers here that they have to play the role as teachers, not to be pretending to be the father. No. They will always remain as their teacher. The role of the father will be played by the father. The role of the mother will be played by the mother. And we will play the role as teachers. So when they come here, they come to school. They go back home, they stay at home, and then learn the things that he has to learn within the warmth of a home. We believe in homeschool collaboration because the transmission of the values, many of those values that I talked about, happen at home. There is one value that you will have to transmit to your children, whether you like it or not. And I have seen those days in Uniben, I have seen professors, practically crying, Those days, a typical resting place for a lecturer is the staff club. So I used to go there, to fraternize with my other colleagues. And I remember a professor coming to me and telling me, you remember, my son. Yes, of course, I remember him. He was in secondary school. No, he's already gone abroad and has finished his master's. And so I asked him, so what is the problem? Well, and finally he dropped the bomb. He's coming with one woman like that, I mean, finally the boy has grown old enough to decide that, okay, he wants to marry this girl. And I could see that it was a problem for this man because he did not prepare the boy that value of choosing a life partner. Very important. You do not do it with a chalkboard. When you look for a life partner, he has to be this, he has to be that. No. This is taught over time, little by little. The greatest legacy that you could give your son is the memory of your love between you and your husband, between you and your wife. Your child will grow with that memory at the back of his mind. He will remember how mommy and daddy suffered and tried hard to send me to school and that remains there. So when he now forms his own family, that becomes the benchmark of how he will raise his own family. Many children do not have any benchmark. So when they grow, they treat their own family anyhow. And that is very bad. And as I said, I will always say it, that is the greatest legacy that you can leave your child. More than an A in English or an A in mathematics. Here we're dealing with children in their formative years of their lives. And that is why this is not a boarding school. We will never be a boarding school because boarding does violence in family life. Boarding separates the child from the parents. In his formative years, the time when he will be learning many things, the time that he will be learning things the way he sees from his parents. If he grows up somewhere else, he will still grow up. Whose value will he get? Surely not the parents, maybe the housemaster. Or maybe I don't know. Whoever he sees most will be the exemplar, will be the person that he will copy, that he will. Part of parents' involvement is the family orientation course that we insist all parents of the school to participate. So when you come here, when you are admitted, the first thing that you will do is to go back to school and attend a 5-week course. Family orientation is actually a course that strengthen your family skills, the family management skills. We have many other activities of formation, the recollections and long retreats. So, here we are talking of 3 actors in education. the parents, the teachers, and the students in that order. So the parents are the first. Then you have the teachers, and then you have the students. So what are the features of Whitesands School? Huh? It's a day school. What are the other features? Huh? No boarding. Okay. We follow the Nigerian national curriculum. I can say it is very good. It's very strong. Huh? The senior boys do the WAEC and SSCE and NECO. The junior boys do the Lagos State JSCE and the NECO JSCE. Very strong. It's a boys' school. Only boys. And you will notice that our staff are only male. Less distractions, more focus on learning. Next. This is our timetable from 8 a.m. to 3:20 p.m. Some students stay behind for clubs. We have long breaks every 2 periods, long break, so that the boys can stretch their legs. Now, this is the school in the past 15 years. Okay? In the year 2000, October, this is Whitesands School. As you can see, there are still Whitesands. Now, immediately, in 2002, we built the Introtech Lab, and we built this dining hall. By 2004, we built the chapel. And then by 2007, we built another wing there. By about 2006, we built the external works. Okay? And then by 2010, we started building the multipurpose court. So these are the phases of the construction. Used to be just an open court for basketball and tennis. Okay? And then by 2011, we started building the senior block. Okay? So by 2012, we have the senior block. So that is where we ended right now. You will say, okay, so what next? We still have other buildings to do, but then our proprietor has decided that, okay, the future projects will be directed towards the setup of 2 new schools in Enugu. So the idea is, okay, after Whitesands, we start other schools in other countries, in other places, no? So, this is an advisory system in La Farga, in Barcelona. So we have here in Nigeria. So it's the same thing, no? You just put black faces, and then you have okay? This is the classroom in El Prado, in Madrid. This is the classroom in Whitesands. Again, you just put black faces, and it's the same thing, no? This is the biology lab in La Farga. This is our chemistry lab here. This photograph is already 9 years old, this one. Okay? The dining hall, of course, they have dining hall there. This is our dining hall. By the way, your boys today will eat here. Here we have a tradition of feeding the boys, and the rule is eat all you can. Yeah, if there is food, and if you want food, if you're hungry, you go and ask. So, and then he will be given if there is food. But on one condition, you have to finish the food. Okay. So this is the chapel in La Farga. This is the chapel in Whitesands. You have parents meeting in El Prado. This is the parents meeting here in Whitesands. Juliet, you remember? This is Pearl. So, this is another former student of mine. She has 2 sons. One has graduated. And, okay. Next. So, we also have basketball. You know, there is some sort of an unwritten rule among principals in Lagos. The football is owned by St. Greg's, you know. And basketball is owned by American International School. Not anymore. So we have beaten American International School. You know why? You know why? In American International School, they have probably 30 students in their middle school, no? Half of them are girls. And then the other half do not play basketball, so you have limited supply. Here we have unlimited supply of... So, and then on top of that, because of our policy of the boys eating, they all grow very tall, you know. Okay, so look at this. This is the American International School. You see? And this is the black supremacy. Okay, next. So the football, this is the football match with St. Greg's. I remember all the while on football match, they go there, they go. Then one day, the vice principal told me, "Look, you have not gone to any football match. You should go." I said, "Yes, sir." So I asked the driver, "Take me there." So we went there. You know what I saw when I reached there? Football match. And then you have seats, you know, for the spectators. Those who are watching, the fathers of Whitesands, no watching. And then I just realized, anyway, on that day I was converted. Well, I realized that the wisdom in that in the insistence of the vice principal, he was telling me that, look, all these boys, they will not remember the time when you explain to them the quadratic equation. They don't remember that. But they remember the time when they made a corner kick and then they scored a goal for the school. Anyway, so I went there. And what happened? So they were playing. Should I tell you the story? Okay, so I mean, I don't understand football. I've been here for 32 years. I don't understand football. But anyway, so what happened? So just watching. Then I noticed, I said, I might as well socialize. So I saw a young Reverend Father. So I thought that he was the principal of the St. Greg's. So I approached him. Then I said, so Father, I am the principal of Whitesands. Is that so? So we started talking. And then, while we were talking, bam, goal in favor of Whitesands. So he now commented, your boys are very big. I didn't want to allow him to make any accusation that we sent mercenaries, no? So I said, no, but look, that boy is in JS2. And this other boy is in JS2. So, okay, so very good. So, okay. We continued talking and then, bam, another goal. Hi. And then he now said, your boys are very strong. No, because actually that goal was made when somebody was running very fast, pop, and then okay, he made a goal. And then I said, of course they're very strong. The fellow who made the goal we just had our inter-house sports. And that fellow won the gold medal in the 200-meter race. Okay, so very good. And then, talk again, and then, bam, another goal. And then he said, "Hi, your boys look well fed." I said, "Father, there I agree." Okay. We have drama. And drama, we take it seriously. We have not had the chance to really do it in the last years because it takes a lot of effort, but then it is worthwhile. Drama. It is a very, very good training for the boys. Because with the drama, a boy will be forced to memorize, I don't know, maybe 100 lines. If he's the main actor, he will have to memorize 500 lines. And I will show you later on, we have a boy who is now in Harvard. He is now in Harvard. And he is a fellow who appeared as the main actor in our drama. And when he was in final year, appeared as a supporting actor in another drama. In spite of that, he maintained his A1 in mathematics. And so it is a real test of the strength of the boy. So if he can do drama and still maintain his A1, very good. You see this boy, he was in JS1. Here he was in SS2. It's the same Reverend Father, no? So you can see the boys grow. Now, I always show this photograph because one day I received a phone call from Mr. Paul. "Dr. David, we have people of Chevron here. They want to see you." Then I look at, "Hey, no appointment." "Yeah, yes, sir, no appointment." I said, "Tell them I'm busy." Like that, no? I continued my work. Then I repented, no? I said, I phone again. "Look, ask them what they want. Ask them what they want." And then another phone call. "Dr. David, they said they came here to give you checks." I said, "Welcome." So they are here. Why are they giving checks? Because our boys won the awards, you know? So this boy won the national award. You will know this lady. Adesua Onyenokwe. So they came to bring us checks. And since then we have been winning. If you come to my office, I will show you the plaques that we have been winning. Just last year we won again, you know. So almost every year we just send our boys there. This is one advantage of being a boys' school. Because the boys are able to excel in the talents that normally, if they were in a mixed school, they will not excel. In a mixed school, the boys will not try the arts. It's for the girls. The girls will not try computer science. It's for the boys. But once they are separate, then there is more focus, and then you see the flowering of the talents of the children. One day, we received a phone call from the U.S. Embassy. He said, the consul is coming. Would like to visit you. Is that so? Very good. The consul came in order to give an award to our boy who won an essay award like that. But anyway, that boy is now in Oxford. Okay. So they came. Anyway, this is the consul. This lady is one of our parents. She used to work with the U.S. Embassy. Then of course we attend literature award presentations and so on. No? Okay? We have had several lectures here. This is the Chris Smith, a U.S. congressman from which place? But anyway, U.S. congressman. I don't remember the state. Of course, we had the governor himself coming here to address our boys in the graduation. Okay. In 2010, our boy won the cowbell mathematics competition for Lagos State. So there were more than 1,400 students representing each school. Normally you have 2 representatives per school. So there were 700 schools all over Lagos State. So the top of that is a Whitesands boy. Last year, we won the junior category also. Okay. And this is Tochuko Onyenokwe, the second of the Onyenokwe boys. He is now in Harvard, straight from Whitesands. And no need for IGCSE, just straight from WAEC, Whitesands. No, Whitesands, then Harvard. Now, so what does it mean? We have the resources, we have the personnel, we have the procedures to make a Harvard student. We can do it. Now, what are, maybe you will ask me, what are the ingredients? What are the ingredients, main ingredients to make a Harvard candidate? First, you have to have, should I say that or no? So that then you can keep that in mind. You have to have good transcript. That means all your marks have to be good. Typically what happens here, the first year, the boy now has to do Yoruba. Oh, I don't need Yoruba. Drop. Before you know it, he has an F. Once you have that, no more Harvard. So, it's an attitude. We have here a boy, a Chinese from Shanghai. He finished here. He did Igbo, and he got us, I think C6, no? Igbo, Chinese. So it's all prejudice. So, first thing to do, have a good transcript. Second, have a good recommendation. The recommendation, okay, comes from the principal and, okay, normally okay, we have 5 minutes. My style is, you want a recommendation? Okay, you write it down, give it to me. I will redo it, and then that is what I will send. Because the recommendations, the best recommendations are the recommendations that tell stories. Not recommendations that are very flowery. He is a brilliant student, the most brilliant. I mean, they always hear that, so does not make sense. But if you say, he has been the top of his class for the past 6 years, he's a brilliant student. But you have to tell it in a story. Okay? He is very sporty. No. You tell him that for the past 4 inter-house sports, he has been winning the 200 meters, the this, the that, the that. He also tried the high jump, and then he won a bronze. And then, so, stories. Number 3, you have to won local and national competition. So this boy, his classmate, was the Lagos State champion of the cowbell. He was number 5. So his name was not mentioned, but he was number 5. That means, okay, he's not the best in mathematics, but he still got his A1, no? So when he has competed in national and local competition. The 4th is to have a good extracurricular background. This boy was the captain of the basketball team. He's a member of the football team. He was the lead actor in the drama Atahiru. He was a supporting actor in the drama Things Fall Apart. And what else? And he was voted by his classmates in one of our events as the best rapper. And then number 5, he should show leadership qualities translated to some community service. So this fellow was the head boy, the senior prefect. They organized charity works here and there to the homeless, to the babies, motherless babies' homes, this and that. So with all of this, it was a clear, successful recipe for Harvard. By the way, we have another boy who is just an inch away from another scholarship. The one who has just graduated last July. So we have another boy. Okay, so this happened just last year. We won second in the cowbell mathematics competition in Lagos State. When the representative of cowbell came, we have to look for him. He was playing football. He was so just to show you the well-rounded exposure that these boys receive in our school. Okay. Now, when you have millions of students failing SSCE, in Whitesands, we always make 100%. We have been making 100% of our students do the 5 credits, including English and Maths. 80% of them, 80, have distinctions, 5 distinctions, including English and Maths. 51 out of 63, this was our 2012 record, no? 51 out of 63, so 1 out of every 5. 4 out of every 5 have A1 in mathematics. And these are average, these are average students, but they pass through Whitesands, they get the rigor of the mathematics teaching. If there is one subject here that I do not lose sleep, it's mathematics. I mean, our boys do very good mathematics. And then, of course, the English is there. And then, what else? Lately, I will say, okay, it has ended. Lately, we have, what have we achieved? Our boy, for example, got 6 gold medals. 2 gold medals in the Billy Games, 2 gold medals in the Dawn Games, 2 gold medals in, so representing Lagos State. So, that was, shall we say, I could say that our achievement for the last year. Our boys have graduated from the Ajebota category, to because our boys, they're always in Ajebota. They're strong. So I think with that, I have presented to you the school. So as you can see, this is more than just chalkboard and geography and geometry, and so Whitesands is more than that. So thank you very much for your patience. Thank you very much. I will suggest, if you have time, you can check the website. We have a presentation of our educational philosophy. It's good to understand that very well, and then then you now know what to expect from our school. Thank you very much.